you're sitting at 7-7. They're obviously in a way better situation than they would have been had they lost this game. I mean, even if they had lost this game, they're still not out of it postseason-wise.
No, and not at all. And let me just paint, Seahawk guy, let me just paint a picture for everyone here. There was all this chatter. Pete Carroll's lost 4 games in a row, blah, 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 blah. Jay, of those 4 games they lost leading into this, one was a field goal they missed against the Rams, playoff team.
Yep.
Niners lost, Cowboys lost by 3, Niners lost. So they played the best team in the NFL twice in there, one of the best teams in the Cowboys, and they lost on a last-second field goal.
And that's a tough schedule. And now, Luke,
yes,
you'll look at this remaining schedule.
And they're in the driver's seat.
They are big time in the driver's seat. And by the way, there is a very good chance that Will Levis will not be playing quarterback for the Tennessee Titans in their next game.
Yes.
By ankle sprain.
They still need to clean some things up. It was not the cleanest game for them on both sides of the football, but they have playmakers, and you saw that late. JSN has really come on as the season has progressed. DK was quiet the whole game, fourth quarter, blew up. But what impressed me the most about what they did today was actually Kenneth Walker. I mean, they came out, especially in the second half, they scored 3 points. There was a ton of 3 tight end sets, and they said, you know what we're going to do, Philadelphia? We're going to put 3 tight ends on the field. We're going to run right at the teeth of your vaunted front 4, and it worked. And Kenneth Walker was a monster out there.
He really was. Now, Jalen Hurts, you and I talked about it as we're watching the game, looked sluggish. Obviously, he's really sick. Didn't even fly with the team. He wouldn't have played if this game was on Sunday. But is that a good enough excuse for how this team played?
No, and you look at it, this is a team that was firing on all cylinders offensively last year and go right to the Super Bowl and almost win the thing.
Yep.
And I just wonder how they've gotten to this point. This Seattle defense is not elite, but somehow they've just really struggled as a team. Both the units, again, they can't stop the run defensively, and then offensively, it's really inconsistent. You talk about Jalen Hurts, and I thought he made a lot of poor decisions, and we'll get into them here. We're about to see some. This was a big play. First quarter, they could go up, score second touchdown. We get a false start on a tush-push, which is a 99%er. Yeah. Fast forward from there, look at this play here. You've got underneath drag route that's going to run forever. Instead, we throw a go ball, shot, not even close. And again, this is 1st and 10, fourth quarter, you're up 4. What do? We take a shot that ends up as a pick. So I sit here, and it's like this offense has suddenly been reduced to, we're going to run the football somewhat efficiently. They looked good on the ground tonight. And then we're just going to throw up these prayers and hope that A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith make a play. Today it was Quez Watkins picked off. And I just wonder, what has happened to this high-flying Eagles offense and the decisions that Jalen Hurts was making in the past to right now? And it's such a stark difference.
And then you got the defense. And Matt Patricia, who, moved to defensive coordinator this week, trying to redeem himself somewhat. It actually was going pretty well until the very end. Thoughts on the move with Patricia?
They looked better. Again, this defense has been very, very poor. I mean, it's no secret I'm not a big Matt Patricia fan.
Yep.
But I thought that, again, what is strange is coming into this thing, I figured Matt Patricia would kind of take the Belichick way and say, what do we want to do? We want to take away the run game and make Drew Lock beat us with his arm. And eventually Drew Lock did beat them with his arm, but they were around because of this man, Kenneth Walker. Now, before I sit here and just take out all my frustrations on Matt Patricia, I thought that they tackled very, very poorly. There were numerous plays tonight where Matt Patricia dialed something up, whether it was a pressure, whatever, and they had Kenneth Walker tackle for loss, and he just consistently broke tackles. And I guess what I'll say is I think part of it, Jay, they wanted Matt Patricia in there, maybe give them a spark.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. And what's strange to me in seeing this Eagles team is you've got an opportunity to go on the road, win a game, and now all of a sudden you're still tied for the 1 seed with the 49ers, and everyone on this team knows that the Niners are playing the Baltimore Ravens next week. Do I think that the Niners will win? Yes, but that's going to be a good matchup.
Tough game, for sure.
You got to sit here and have this killer instinct. Yes, we're in a hostile environment. Yes, it's raining. It's prime time. We're supposed to be a Super Bowl-bound team. Find a way to get it done on a team that you're better than. Win this game, put a little more pressure on the Niners, and your schedule from here on out is I almost called him Danny, Tommy DeVito twice, and Kyler Murray.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was strange to see. It's almost like this team has lost that inner dog right now, and they need to find something to get it back.
They play the Giants twice, and they got the Cardinals as well.
Yes.
So for the Eagles, I mean, if you're looking for a silver lining, much easier schedule than the Cowboys right now, even though the Cowboys have taken over the lead in that division.
Yes, again, and that's why I think their thought should have been, hey, we can still get this 1 seed if the Niners slip up.
Yeah.
And now I think that's out of the question. But the nice thing is when you've played this poorly and you play these type of teams to finish the year out, you can try and find some mojo heading into the postseason.